Welcome to NewToMedia, where we connect you to the best service professionals and help you learn about great experiences all over the world.
All right. Hey, it's great to be back on the NewTo podcast again. I want to thank everybody for joining us. I'm excited to have Dana Flanagan back on the show with us today. Dana was a guest before because she was helping us to learn more about the Charlotte, North Carolina area where she currently lives. And that was a great opportunity to learn about Charlotte. But Dana today is doing something kind of special for us because Dana made a epic move recently, and we're excited to have Dana tell us a little bit more about the opportunity and some interesting information for agents out there. How you doing today, Dana?
I'm great. Thanks so much for having me, Zach. It's always a pleasure.
Okay, it is. It's great to be with you. I know you mentioned that there are some interesting opportunities out there for the best agents, and I know you recently moved to Epic. Tell us a little bit more about Epic. Why did you do that?
Yeah, so Epic Realty is a national real estate brokerage. It is a cloud-based brokerage, and it is fast growing across the country. We currently are in 34 states and opening states weekly. This is a revolutionary, game-changing brokerage, really a massive disruptor here in the industry. And the reason being is Epic is doing things that other brokerages have never done. And they are able to do things that other brokerages have never done. And some of those things that they offer to their agents, it's pretty remarkable, such as free healthcare, free vision, free prescriptions, dental. And then on the agent marketing side of things, they offer free listing photography, professional photography for all listings, free transaction coordinator. So a free billboard for every agent that joins the company. That billboard will stay up in their area for as long as they're with the company. So, I mean, these are just some huge, huge perks that the company has. And, that's not all of it. This is a revenue share based model, which means that you can build a residual income stream in addition to your real estate transaction income. And you also can get company stock as well. So it's a remarkable company that is on the rise and really just taking over the industry.
Wow. Well, it's definitely a challenging time for a lot of agents out there. So it's an interesting time for agents to evaluate a lot of things. It's probably a good time for them to evaluate if they're in the right model. How can you help them to look at that and have a good conversation about it?
Yeah, so I think it's really honestly the best time for agents to consider reevaluating their real estate business and where they are with their business and their life based on what's going on in the market. And by that, I mean, what's going on with the lack of inventory in some of the markets out there, what's going on with the economy, and also what's going on with all the changes with NAR. I think there's a lot of uncertainty out there. I think agents are looking to save money. They're also looking to perhaps find an additional source of income and perhaps make a change that will be a little bit more in line with technology. This is an AI-driven company, so this company is very technologically savvy. And a lot of these traditional brokerages, it worked 25 years ago. It doesn't work in today's day and age, and there are better options out there.
Yeah. I mean, I know that when we talked, I mean, I actually made a move myself. I've been a practicing financial planner for 25 years, but a few years ago, I became a real estate agent for a few reasons, one of which was I wanted to be able to better advise my clients on, not just their capital markets investments, but also be more knowledgeable about advising them on real estate. And it was so compelling what you told me that I have personally made a move to partner with EPIQUE. We're not going to be, EPIQUE focused per se on the podcast because we want to welcome agents from all over, but it really has been incredible. And I've actually been amazed that they could offer so much. I mean, that's one thing, as I wondered, how could they, offer all of these benefits and still have this incredible revenue share program? How can a brokerage afford to share its revenue back with their agents while offering so many benefits?
Yeah, well, that's a great question, and we get that question a lot. Cloud-based brokerages don't have really any expenses. Those brick and mortar offices and to staff them costs a tremendous amount of money. That is money that cloud-based companies are putting back in the pockets of their agents. So EPIQUE Realty shares 50% of their revenue back with their agents. There's a lot of misconceptions too on what's profit share. And, there's another real estate brokerage out there that does profit share. There are other brokerages out there that provide revenue share. It's how much do they provide back to you. Profit share is shared back with you after the company pays all of its expenses. Revenue share is prior to paying their expenses. So, it's really, a lot of it's AI driven, which again replaces some of the salaried employees that some of these traditional brokerages may have. And those are things that you don't necessarily need to see as an agent. So they're not replacing the personal touch that you get with your broker in charge or your area leader. They're replacing the things that get done behind the scenes that can be done by AI, and they're saving costs there as well. So, the overhead is really low, and they are a profitable company from the beginning. So they have no debt, and they're able to share back their revenue with their agents. And they actually share 50% of it back with their agents, which is remarkable. Just in July alone, EPIQUE shared back $765,000 with their agents.
Wow. Well, and I know for me, I mean, I'm as I said, I'm working as a planner, and I'm loving promoting businesses at NewToMedia. So I'm not someone who is going to be producing at a high level. For me, the opportunity to actually help introduce others to EPIQUE was really exciting. I mean, I know that real estate, it can also be transactional. It does have, times like the last few years where it ebbs and flows a little bit. How do you help those agents that have, maybe had some challenges in the last year to build multiple streams of income? How does that work?
Sure. So I actually have such a passion for growing companies and growing businesses. It's really, it's been my passion. I that's what I do on the private equity venture capital side of my business. I've been a realtor for 22 years. I've been very successful in the industry, selling, upwards of 85 homes a year in multiple states. I'm at the point in my career where I've taken a step back from the day-to-day production, which is selling homes. And, I still will. If somebody calls me, of course, I will list their property. And of course, we will help somebody buy a home if they would like. But for the most part, I'm really interested in working with agents and growing this company. I joined this company at the top of the company. So I joined right underneath the CEO and the founders, which is the right place to be positioned when you are building a revenue share based downline, so to speak. So I'm really here to, help guide the agents, find out what drives the agents, and be able to help provide that support to them. Very connected nationally and internationally. So, hosting events all over the country, helping those agents in their market, whether it's agent attraction or whether they're looking to get more listings or get more buyers. I've been through every market. So I'm definitely a good person to talk to when it comes to that. And at this point, that's really my focus is helping the agent on their day-to-day and helping them build a residual income downline that is generational wealth for their family.
Absolutely. I mean, I know that, there are a lot of amazing success stories out there where people, came in as, Facebook employee number 9, or they came in at, Google employee number 20, and it changed their life because they joined an incredible company early. I know from talking to you that last week, I think you said there were around 3,600 agents at EPIQUE. So it's not a fledgling or anything. It's already a force in real estate, but folks have the opportunity to join it at a really early stage. So that's exciting. So let's transition that just a little bit. So if EPIQUE is expanding across the country quickly and coming to a number of new states in the next 3 to 6 months, does that present opportunities for larger teams or for agents that want to go into leadership in those states?
It sure does. I mean, there's so many opportunities here, and there's quite a few different opportunities. So there's a lot of states that are open, so people can join right away in the states that are open. They can come over as an individual agent, as a team. There are positions that are available as the company grows in those open states. Yeah. For the states that are not open, this is a tremendous opportunity. For instance, New England is not open yet. I'm from New England, specifically Connecticut. So that was my primary focus because I know so many people there and so many agents that I can share this opportunity with. Yeah. What that means for agents that are in a state that is opening soon is that there is an opportunity to get in at the top of your state, basically be one of the first agents with the company in your state. While that interest builds, there is a high likelihood that those other agents are going to join underneath you, thereas building your residual downline quickly for your revenue share. There are also broker in charge positions available. There are area leader positions available. And both of those positions will pay an override on all of the agents that they supervise, in addition to the revenue share from agents that they attract. So there's tremendous opportunity. There's going to be a commercial division, a luxury division opening. There's going to be an international division. So if somebody is looking to get into a leadership type of role or a position where they're starting a area of expertise within the brokerage, this is the place to do it. And this is the time to do it. You get in at the top. You talk to the people that make the decisions, and you show your interest and you get involved. And that is how you gain access to those types of positions in a fast growing company. Some of these companies, as you were mentioning, the EXPs, the Keller Williams, those people that got in at the top they don't need to work anymore. And
they're killing it.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember when Keller Williams started and nobody knew who they were. And I was with Keller Williams. It's a great company. But things have changed, and those people that got in at the top, have built a lifelong legacy for themselves. And the same thing with EXP. The founders of this company and the CEO of this company came from EXP. And so they were also on the board at EXP. So they've done this before. These guys have run brokerages. They've owned, Remaxes and whatnot. So this is not a fly by the seat of your pants company. This was a well thought out and planned brokerage that took everything that was right with some of these other companies and built on that and sort of worked on the things that were wrong with some of these other companies and really, made those changes here. What I will say is I think people fear with cloud-based companies that they take the people aspect out of things. I mean, let's face it, I'm a people person. I'm fueled by, I pull my energy from other people. I like to be around people and I want to talk to a human. When I have something that I need as a busy agent in an everyday real estate business, I want to be able to talk to the broker. I want to be able to talk to the area leader. I do not want to go in some sort of chat and have to talk to a computer. That is not something.
You want to talk to a person, right?
Exactly. So what they did is they've kept the people aspect of it. But like I had said before, a lot of the things that you don't see are AI driven and are basically sort of automated. So I love that part of it because I can text who I need to text. They get back to me. I can email them. They get back to me. I call them. They answer their phone. Those are the types of things that are important to me and have always been important to me as a top producing agent. And I know that that's important to other people as well. The cloud-based aspect is really more of a work from home, work from your computer, your car, your laptop, your phone. And that's what everybody does anyway. In my 22 years, the only time I went into the office was when maybe there was an office meeting, if I was going to go, and if I wanted to make like a zillion copies and use their copier, is really the only time I went in. Honestly, I always have worked from home. So
yeah, for a much higher payout or opportunity to make money in a few other ways, I think we're willing to print our own copies, aren't we?
yeah, right. Exactly.
Good stuff. Well, and I know I've mentioned before that there is a tremendous amount of value, and I think in particular with things like the healthcare benefits, that is huge. I thought when you told me about some of these different benefits, I thought, oh gosh, this is going to be like some 50-50 split or something like that with the broker and whatever. And I think it's I'm a numbers person. So for me, I think it's really compelling to get into the numbers a little bit sometime. Can you speak a little bit to, the efficiency of the company and the revenue share, how that works?
Yeah, absolutely. So everybody wants to know what's the split. It is the same split across the board for everybody in the company. It doesn't matter how long you've been in the business. It is an 85-15 split. So that is for every agent that joins the company. Makes it really easy. There's none of this negotiating and, there's no percentage off the top. There is a $15,000 a year cap, which basically once the company makes their $15,000 off of that 15%, you go to 100% commission for the rest of the year until your anniversary. And
that's efficient.
It is. And it's a declining cap. So it declines by $1,000 every year that you're with the company, up to $10,000. So you also have opportunity with every transaction to earn company stock. And with every agent that you bring into the company, you earn company stock. The revenue share model is so simple. And I have been with other companies with a revenue share model, and it is very confusing and very hard to understand, and certainly not easy to be able to tell the agents that you're attracting how that works.
Right.
So how this company works with their revenue share model is it is 5 levels. So if you bring in an agent below you, that is 1 level below you. If they bring in an agent, that's 2, and so forth. Up to 5 levels, you get paid 10% on the company dollar for every level. So it doesn't really matter to me whether somebody's on my level 2 or on my level 4, because I'm going to make the same amount of money off of them.
Exactly.
Some of these other companies, it was very complicated. You had to bring in so many agents on your level 1 to unlock your level 2 and bring on so many agents on your level 2 and so forth. And it was confusing and the percentages changed and it was really hard to figure out how much you were going to make. And here it's very simple on how much you're going to make. So
I love that.
It's easy. It's straightforward. Honestly, there's a lot of people that are like, what's the catch? And for me, the onboarding was so simple. It took me about 5 minutes and I was like, that's it, I'm done. And it was very fast and very easy. And just learning the back office was super easy. That's always a concern after I had a nightmare experience with another company that was just, the paperwork was insane. The back office was terrible. And just everything about it was awful. And here they've made everything really user-friendly for the agent and really efficient.
That's fantastic. I mean, I think about how for those of us that are very social people and we connect with people all the time, and if you can obviously have great success if you're a producer, because it's an efficient model from the production side, but from the recruiting side, essentially having the opportunity to have a revenue stream for 5 levels and all of them are paying you the same amount and you don't have that's just incredible to me. I mean, I think for a lot of people, that's going to present a huge opportunity. And I think we're going to be connecting a lot of people to you, Dana.
Yeah. And it's great. It's kind of a no-brainer. Honestly, it was the quickest decision I have ever made in my real estate career was to switch over to this company. It's great. Here are a few other perks that are really important for people to understand. If you are a couple, like a husband-wife team, mother-daughter team, sister-brother, whatever it is, you come in under 1 cap. So that means if you're a husband-wife, let's just say, I know these other companies, you each pay a cap. So if it's, another company that has a $15,000 cap, you have $15,000 for the husband, $15,000 for the wife. Here it's 1 cap. So it's $7,500 each. Very easy to hit that with 1 or 2 transactions, honestly. And then they're 100% the rest of the year. That's a really cool feature. Here's another great feature. I myself am licensed in multiple states. There are a lot of people that are licensed in multiple states. That is also one cap, no matter how many states you're licensed in. There is a monthly fee, and this is the fee that everybody asks about. It is either $99 a month if you pay all 12 months up front, or it's $149 a month if you want to go monthly. That's it. So, and if you are licensed in multiple states, that's not every state, it's one time. So you can be licensed in 4 states and you pay that one fee. And it's great because everything is interchangeable across the board. You're not learning different back offices and things like that. So really great perks. If you join the healthcare and you decide that you want the healthcare, you can put a significant other or a husband, spouse for just another $20 a month. So there's a lot of really great features that can help save money for families and for individuals. Just myself alone, the listing photography, the transaction coordinator. Again, I'm not doing a lot of production, but all the years I spent and money well spent. I've had a fantastic transaction coordinator. Shout out to her for all the years that she has helped me. And she's been fantastic. She's worth every penny. But there are agents that are really, they fail to get a transaction coordinator because they just don't have the extra income to be able to pay for that service. And it's sort of counterproductive because without the transaction coordinator, you can't grow your business. So it's an investment. Trust me, it really is.
Absolutely. Well, that's a great introduction. I know we're going to be introducing you to a number of agents that are inquiring about this that will still have the what's the catch question. I know I kept saying that myself. I was like, okay, there's the technology fee. What are the other fees? What are the fees for the benefits? What are the fees? That's it, Zach. That's really all of it. I was like, wow, okay, well, that's
Zach. You had so
neat.
many questions, so let's not, as a finance guru, you had so many questions. Let's not sugarcoat it. A lot of people do, and that's okay. And we've had some people that we've worked with together that have had many, many questions, and that's okay. And we're here to help. We're here to. I think it's very shocking for people to see a brokerage model this way. And to think of this as just more than buying and selling houses. Real estate is very transactional. For me, you can't retire that way. You just can't. Unless on real estate transactions, yes, there's investments. We've had a home flipping business, things like that. But really building that long-term wealth that is residual. If you are not doing something that is paying you while you sleep, it is really hard to retire. And that is just across all industries. So, I can't stress that enough, that it's just a really great opportunity, and it's very simple to just share the opportunity with others, and agents will come calling.
Absolutely. Well, I'm sure they will, and we can't wait to introduce you to more of them. Dana, I want to thank you for taking the time to tell us more about EPIQUE, and look forward to having you back on the show again really soon.
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure. Really appreciate it.
All right.